Jerome to start with? Is he looking like he'll give it a run tomorrow?
Yeah, he looks. He got through today's session. He didn't do. He hasn't done all that we've done this week, but he got through most of it, and seems to have come through okay. So looks like he should be right.
Craig, how have you treated this week? Have you changed anything up, or how have you addressed the past 2 weeks with the team?
Oh, we didn't have to change too much. At the end of the day, it was a 5-day turnaround, so it changed up itself. To be quite honest, having to come home from Townsville, it's a long trip, obviously, and there was a couple of things changed because of that.
In terms of obviously you weren't happy with some of the effort on the weekend. I guess that's something you can't really train for anyway. It's got to be.
Well, you can't. We can't train for it. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's what's expected. At the end of the day, just putting that effort in, and they know the little effort areas they need to do in their positions and what their role is. With all due respect, I thought we lacked that last week. I didn't think we weren't that bad against the week before, but last week we really, just lack of compete.
Did you see any signs of that? Brandon said that he thought perhaps that the team maybe got a bit ahead of themselves with all the scores they've been racking up and the easy victories.
No, I didn't really see it. I didn't really feel it. But obviously, we did have some easy wins there. So, but with all due respect, you would think we might have learnt that after the first week. If that is the case, well, we didn't. Now we've gone 2 weeks. So, if that's the case, hopefully the penny's dropped.
Craig, we saw Harry go off partway through the session. Is there much of a concern around?
Oh, we don't think so. I think he's only not even quite exactly sure what he'd done, but he just felt a bit of tightness, I think. So I haven't sort of spoke to anyone yet, so I think he's okay.
How do you see the Seagulls, Craig, and where do you think they're strong, where they can make trouble you potentially?
Oh, again, they've had probably a little bit of an up and down season as well, So, I thought last week they were very unlucky not to get a win. And, they're obviously playing a good side in Parramatta, so there's some real competitors in that team, and obviously, losing Tom, I don't think anyone in the rugby league world, likes seeing that. He's had such a tough run, and he's such a great player and great player to watch. So, but like say, young Garrick will do a job for him there. Like I say, I just see him as a very competitive team, and in that the things that they see as important in the game, they really do well and compete hard on those. So like any Manly side's for me is always a well prepared side, and they'll certainly be disappointed from last week, but I don't think they'd be disappointed in their effort. I thought it was a tremendous effort, and they were extremely unlucky. So they'll be looking to bring that sort of form down here tomorrow night.
Was it exciting to have GI here today? Must bring back a few memories.
Yeah, no, it was. It was great to have him here actually, and I hadn't seen him for, I'm not quite sure how long it was the last time I seen him, but he's looking fresh and looking keen. So like I said, it's great to have him down, and really important part of our history. Really important part. Everyone knows how talented he was, and how competitive he was, and just how good he was. But he's a great clubman too. A lot of people didn't really see that. Like I say, he was a very special player and a very special person, and it's great to have him back at the club.
Just one on Manly with no Tom Trbojevic playing, I guess, obviously he's one of the best players in the world, but they have obviously demonstrated, because he's had quite a few injuries, that they can do quite well without him. So.
Oh yeah, I think I think when you lose a player of that calibre, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But at the end of the day, there's not much point of you either give up or get on with it. So Manly's always the side that's got on with it. And, so like I say, they'll miss him without a doubt. But at the end of the day, they need to move on. These things happen, and I'm sure they will.
Craig, with Jerome, will he need a fitness test tomorrow or anything, or do you just
We'll just see how he pulls up. Yeah, we'll probably know tonight, I'd imagine. So, it's just more to point out how he pulls up after today.
Did you take particular notice of Lockie Miller playing, with the Sharks, making his debut? I guess you've got Will sort of here in training, and is he far off?
Who's that? Sorry. Sorry, Will Walbury. Yeah, I did. I didn't see a lot of that game, but every time I saw that little glance at the other day, he was sort of running into space, young Miller. So he's been a great turn up for Cronulla. But Will he's had a bit of a mixed pre-season, a mixed season so far. He's had a few injuries. Obviously, he's never really played league before, so it's a long learning process for him. So, and as I said, the injuries that he had in pre-season, a couple he's had in season, haven't helped that. But hopefully, if he can have a clear run from now, hopefully, we'd like to think in 4, 6, 8 weeks, he might be ready.
There's been a bit of talk out of Sydney about the Storm tackling technique again. Do you have any thoughts on any of that that commentary?
I'd never heard that commentary. On what particular part?
Well, I guess they were saying that it's an ugly tackle technique. Like, it was cleared by Graham Annesley in terms of you design with one player to come in low and then another player to come in at a different angle, so the player's knees are twisted.
So we get out the tractors and work the angles out. We come in and please. Well, we didn't have him out in charge at the weekend or the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 5 weeks. So. Just someone trying to upset the apple cart again, I suppose.
Craig, on GI, what sort of things did he do today around the club? What's he sort of doing while he's here?
He's we're obviously having a for Indigenous week, just a little ceremony in there that he'll obviously lead that. He spoke to the players this morning, and which was really nice, and obviously a lot of these guys sort of half babies when he played type thing. So so that they were wrapped to see him, and like I say, he's a man of few words, but from the heart this morning, and as I said, we'll just go in and have the ceremony, and he'll lead that, and he'll be here for tomorrow night as well. So it's as I said, it's great to have him back.
Any chance you could chuck one on wing tomorrow night?
Yeah, actually, I'd like to play him in there somewhere at the moment. We've got a few injuries, but he looks like he could probably still go around for a little bit too. I'm not quite sure if he probably only last 20 minutes, but that might be all we need from him, so it'd be good.
Craig, sorry, one last one. Taufua Harris, the 5'8" from Warriors, he said this week he's going to sit out next season and do some travelling, have a rest, because the game's grinding him down a bit. What do you make of a player making that decision, and do you have a concern that there's some young guys might actually do that and just step away for a year or two?
He's got to do what's right for him, and if that's what's right for him, well, I congratulate him on making that decision. He's, it can be a grind without a doubt, and especially the last 2 or 3 years, and even this year, I know. Things are a little bit more open, but you've got to get tested every morning. It's just these things that you don't really see as that important, or you don't really see. Sometimes you don't even think of them, but then all of a sudden they become part of routine, and as you say, sometimes the footy can just wear you down, but you add those other things in, and they can wear you down. So I can see where he's coming from, but like I say, I really applaud that. If that's the best decision for him, good on him.